Our search for the trade winds continues as we sail across the Pacific Ocean. Hand steering in 2-hour shifts is making the journey much more tiring than we'd imagined, but thankfully there are 5 of us on board. Light winds shift to higher winds, which morph into squalls, taking all the wind with them upon departure. One thing remains constant: the beauty and simplicity of life on the open ocean. What do you think, Yoda? You gonna get those birds? Biggest mess makers. Ugh. Even though the boobies were making a huge mess, we didn't mind having them up front. Yoda's antics with them provided ample entertainment, and we imagined they must be tired as they were hundreds of miles from land. Well, it looks like we've got our first couple of squalls up ahead, one directly in front and one to starboard of us, so we just furled the screecher. Definitely don't want to get caught with that sail out. And pulled out the smaller jib. Well, it seems that we lucked out. No rain. We ended up just kind of going behind the storms, so good news. And now we're cruising along into the evening. I think I mentioned, but not sure, that we're doing 2-hour shifts now, hand steering, because the autopilot is just complaining. So we want to save it for when we really need it. We don't want it to break. It was a nice day, but it is super tiring. I had imagined this. It's beautiful and it's great and it's wonderful, but I had imagined a bit more downtime. It has been difficult to get enough sleep, never mind exercise. And often it's easier just to open a package or have a bowl of cereal instead of eating a healthy meal. Connecting with friends and family is also pretty challenging, no matter if you're on passage or in the throes of everyday life. We've found it's extremely important to make time for things that keep you healthy, like eating right, exercising, and taking time to do things you enjoy. It's often difficult to prioritize them when so many things demand your attention, but we're trying to live by the motto that you don't have to be sick to get better, and that includes your mental health. We want to thank BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. Not only that, but they're offering a 10% discount off your first month of therapy at the link in the description below. With the help of one of BetterHelp's over 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists, you can stay on top of your game or get assistance with a wide range of issues. To get started, you just answer a few questions about your needs and preferences in therapy. That way, BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist from their network. And if that person isn't the right fit, you can switch to a new therapist at any time with no additional charge. BetterHelp therapists are 100% online, offer the same professionalism and quality you expect from in-office therapy, but there's more scheduling flexibility at a more affordable price. You can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. Take care of yourself today and get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/harborsunknown. The link is in the description below. Now, back to the video. I'm so happy that we found the wind, and we got an email from our weather router, John, and he still has us aiming for 8 degrees south, 100 west, which is a lot farther south than we thought where we're going to be going. But apparently, if we start turning west now, because we're 4-point-something degrees south, and if we start turning west, the kind of dead air area may catch up with us, and then we'll be left with no wind again. So we're going to continue heading south to stay with this good wind, and then we should be really in the thick of a great breeze to then take us over to the Marquesas. So that is the strategy. It's gorgeous out here. I hope that this footage gives you an idea of what it's like out here.
How come the stars come to shine when it's dark? From so far away, show us where we are. What makes the sun go?
Being out here on the ocean is one of the few occasions we take time to watch the sunset each day, the colors changing from golden to pastel, admiring the birds as they float effortlessly around the boat. I take the time to just soak in the current moment, not think about what's next or what happened yesterday. It's our responsibility out here to be present, to observe small changes in the weather, the waves, in the boat, in sounds. And with that comes a kind of peace.
Always keep on pouring down when it's gray outside. It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. Makes me wonder. Ooh, I wonder. How come the trees gets undressed when it's cold? And don't they miss the leaves they left behind? Could it be to make the ground shine like gold until winter comes? Until winter comes. Until winter comes. It really makes me wonder.
Okay, now pull it back in that way. Good, good. Loose. But when we take it. Focus, focus.
Don't get distracted by the camera. So Fabio, what did you just do?
I replaced the preventer with a different line because the preventer is chafing at the exit from the boom, and we're gonna be in this tack probably for 90 hours, so plenty of time to chafe.
Yeah. So you used
An old reef line.
Yep, and a quick release.
Quick release shackles. Yeah. So we still have control of the preventer. When we want to release that line, if it's under tension, we can pull the preventer a little bit, take the pressure off the line, and then exchange it over.
How's your foot, Fabio?
Well, the swell is on the foot is down. The hematoma is, dropped down here. So now it looks like it's getting better. It's yellowing. Here's this area here is still swollen, and there's fluid underneath. I hope it's just hematoma and not pus, because I have a little scratch on top. So if it turns into an infection, I'm gonna have to drain it.
It's so painful.
It's very painful.
No laughing matter.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do about it? Just
Stay off of it.
Yeah.
Okay. We are moving. The wind is like 17 knots. We're going about 8. We even hit 9 with Joan at the helm. It's awesome. This is like really fun sailing. Master woman Joan.
Trying to wake up from a dream is harder than it seems. Birds are flying all around. Some fall and hit the ground. This is where I should belong. Inside a simple song.
Injuries out here are a stark reminder of just how far we are and the fact that we're on our own. We now had our daily rituals, which of course included taking Yoda up front for her potty breaks and a little entertainment, which also gave us a laugh.
Shaky grounds. You could never understand. The way I am is not what it seems. Tangled up in trees.
Each day I tried to acknowledge how fortunate we are to be out here on this journey, on this boat. Day turned to night and we kept moving along at a good speed under sail, the moon and stars lighting our way. It is so incredibly beautiful out here this morning. Sails up, trimmed well, sunrise coming. It's just gorgeous. Such a great feeling. Last night when I changed the sails with Ray because the wind had shifted to more upwind, the boat became more balanced. We started picking up speed. I even saw 10-2. It's nice to have that kind of speed. It's so fun and a real sense of accomplishment. Like I feel, in a way, I know a little bit of what I'm doing. I still have the utmost respect for the weather, always keeping an eye out, making sure the wind starts to climb, keeping an eye on it because we don't want things to just suddenly be up to, 22 knots or anything. So, but really enjoying this. What you got there, Bob?
Yoda's breakfast. Look at this. Yum, yum, yum. Yeah.
Flying fish, yummy. You excited, Yodi? Oh yeah.
Caught fresh daily. Good catch of the day.
Fernando just couldn't stand the mess up front anymore and kindly offered to clean up the booby poo. We have a squall of rain heading straight for us. You can kind of see the rain coming across the water. We're all piled on the side, on starboard, so we don't get wet, or as wet. Yeah. Oh yeah, Yodi's smart. What's the wind at?
16.
So,
No, it's moving to 14. Sorry.
oh, so hopefully it'll just be rain.
Exactly.
Got our water collection hose up. It was great to have some rain to rinse the salt from the boat. It's amazing how sticky it gets. We've got the second band coming through.
Hey Ray, it just jumped up again to 74 now, 75 on the reading. So the tank is full. Is it full?
Yeah.
Okay, switch to the other one. Go on out.
Ray was outside moving the hose to the starboard water tank. Free water! Showers for everybody, including the boat.
We make just 10 gallons of water just with that rain.
In like 5 minutes.
Well, I started taking the time at 3:40. So yeah, 6-7 minutes.
Wow, in 6-7 minutes, 10 gallons. Amazing.
Yeah.
Our water maker cavitates if we go over 6 knots, so we're unable to make water at those speeds.
Got one.
You know, those are edible. Yeah. Hello everyone. So we have been caught in this area of dead wind. Those rainstorms yesterday just sucked out all the wind. So we've been motoring for, gosh, I don't know, since yesterday, like 4 p.m. It's now 9:41 a.m. and we just checked our fuel. We only have 22 gallons on port and 39 on starboard. We still have like 2,500 miles to go. I checked Predict Wind this morning and it shows that we should have wind, but obviously living up to its name, Predict-ish wind, is wrong. It's showing us that we're in, like, basically there's like a path, like a big area of wind, and we are kind of just on the edge of it apparently, but we're still in the no wind zone. So we're making our way south, but I mean, this is crazy.
Not really.
Morning walks with Yoda. First step is to go and have somebody scare the boobies away.
Look at the mess.
Oh my God. And this was clean yesterday. Oh, look up there. Gross. Filthy animals. Yeah, filthy animals.
That's Yoda's bathroom, it's not yours.
Exactly.
Taking your hands on.
To cover her. Oh! I got her on video trying to bite you.
Oh yeah? I mean, what's the reason for Yoda to bite my calves? I wasn't doing anything to her. I mean, she's just like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yoda doesn't like me.
It's an alpha battle.
Yeah, well, I'm losing it. Yoda, that's abuse. You're abusing me. Why?
Oh, now you want to come to mommy. Well, she went pee. No poo, but at least one. So I'm gonna make us some scrambled eggs for breakfast, and I wanted to share a quick tip with you guys that we learned for storing eggs, because Fabio bought these really handy plastic containers on Amazon. However, they were all enclosed, like they didn't have any holes on them. And so when we were in Panama City, we had the eggs stored in here, but there was no airflow, and the eggs were actually getting moldy because they were sweating inside there. So Joan took the handy little Dremel and put a whole bunch of holes in the plastic, and we were in Panama City probably for like a week after, and none of the eggs got moldy. They don't sweat anymore. And she also put the paper towel underneath to kind of catch any moisture, but it's working well. Go Joan! So if you guys order these plastic egg containers, you're gonna have to drill holes in them so there's airflow. So because the wind is pretty much directly behind us, we've used this snatch block here and run a line through and over to the port bow, so that we can have the sail more kind of in front of the boat instead of on the side, because we have the asymmetrical spinnaker.
Coming up.
Point it downwind, point it more.
Yep.
Okay, release the red line.
Okay. so tricky right now. There is so little wind and it's shifting 30 degrees and there's some waves, so it's super tricky. The ability to use some type of spinnaker is a huge benefit when sailing across the Pacific, seeing that it's typically a downwind sail. Before the crossing, we hadn't used the spinnaker in a year, so we were rusty and our crew hadn't sailed with the spinnaker previously. Fabio was patient with us all, and by working together, we got it. Most of the time. I was pushing it by flying the drone underway because this was only the third time I've done it, and the first time the drone malfunctioned and landed in the water. Landings are the toughest part, and our Mavic Air 2 is easily influenced by the wind, but somehow I managed to land it on the coach roof of the boat. Flying that drone was super tricky. I'm just happy we got it back on board. We got some footage of the sail, but still super tricky sailing conditions. Looks like we got some weather coming up behind us. The wind has been increasing from 10 to 16, so looks like things are gonna get a little bit tricky. We still are flying the spinnaker and our speeds have increased, which is fun. We're going 10 knots with the spinnaker.
Feel it?
Hi, Yoda.
You comfortable with this? This here. Perfect. You okay? Yep. Once in a while you just look at the sail. If it's not curling, you'll go up right. Okay? Yeah.
But I think with the dagger board's down, it's a little better now.
Be a little better, right?
Yeah.
It seems as if this no wind area is chasing us south. We just got our new waypoint and it's 9 south, 100 west instead of 8 south. So we are running south and then I guess we'll bang back up north for the Marquesas, but we need wind, so this is great. The guys socked the spinnaker and then we put up the main and unfurled the jib because we're going upwind.
Oh, this is champagne sailing. Woohoo! Break out the bottle. No, it's awesome. Almost 10 knots. 19 true, 21 apparent.
Okay, so that is kind of our
We're getting
edge
close.
for
22.6.
taking a reef.
Yeah, we probably need to take a reef.
All right, we got the reef in, and much more comfortable ride. I feel like it's more controlled. And now we're making some dinner. We're having some fresh caught tuna, and funnily enough, we thought it was pork originally when we were defrosting it, but now we get to have tuna. And some cabbage. So I'm sauteing up some onions. It'll be good. It always smells good in this kitchen. Yodi. Superwoman. Join us next time as we continue our search for the trade winds and have our most amazing day at sea yet.